What's up everyone, we're going to be going through the best WNBA player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from the other day from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see we actually got 14 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. Now a lot of you comment wanting to see how many I got wrong, and I thought I'd show you in today's video. We only got one pick wrong and got 14 right, which is about a 95% win rate. Yes guys, you heard that right, 95% win rate. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get a 95% win rate and get 14 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $200 just yesterday, and another member who won $100 for the 4th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I'll be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick, and when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So first pick we're going to be talking about is Ariel Atkins for 21.5 points, rebs, and assists, and this one actually is for less. Now when we look at Ariel Atkins, we've actually seen her going the under in 1 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against none other than Minnesota Lynx. Now Minnesota Lynx do rank 2nd in points allowed, 1st in assists allowed, and also when it comes to rebounds allowed, they do rank 12th. So a little bit low in that rebounding category, but when it comes to points and assists, Minnesota Lynx do rank very high, and that's a big reason why we do like the under for this situation here. We definitely see someone like Ariel Atkins going on the under due to the fact that Minnesota Lynx not only do a great job at restricting points and assists, but on top of that, they also do a very good job at restricting points, rebs, and assists to the guard position, which is what Ariel Atkins is. And that's the big reason why we do like the under here. Although Ariel Atkins over the last 5, she has been doing pretty well, we think that it is going to change in this next matchup against Minnesota Lynx. And we do see in the most recent game on August 16 that she did face off against Minnesota and she only got 17, so we should see a similar situation again. So Ariel Atkins, 21.5 points, rebs, and assists for less, I think is a great pick. Now getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than Shakira Austin. So as you all know, Shakira Austin, great player, and this one is for 7 rebounds and this one is for more. Now look at Shakira Austin, we've actually seen her going the over in 2 out of the last 5 games, which is great to see, and they do face off against none other than Minnesota Lynx like we mentioned before. Now when we look at this matchup, it is going to be a very exciting matchup, and like we mentioned before, you know, when it comes to Minnesota Lynx, they do rank 12th in rebounds allowed, so they do rank last. However, the reason why we still do like the over is not just that, but Minnesota Lynx also do a very poor job at restricting rebounds to Shakira Austin's position. So because of those both of those things, we definitely do like the over for someone like Shakira Austin coming into this game. We definitely should see her being able to go on the over pretty easily, although she hasn't been able to hit it as effectively over the last 5. But if you look at the most recent game against Minnesota, she was able to really beat her line, getting 10 rebounds, and we should see a similar situation there. So this one's another no-brainer to us, but when we also look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have her favored for the over. So Shakira Austin, 7 rebounds, 4 more, I think is a great pick. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about none other than Wnba Prizepicks. Now, as you all know, Wnba Prizepicks, this one is a great one for points and rebs, and this one is for 29, and this is for less. Now, we look at Wnba Prizepicks, we've actually seen her going the under in 4 out of the last 5 games, which is great to see, and they do face off against none other than Chicago Sky. Now, when it comes to Chicago Sky, we actually do see that Chicago Sky do rank 6th in points allowed, and on top of that, when it comes to rebounds allowed, they do rank 6th as well. Because of that, we definitely like the under for this situation here. When we look at Chicago Sky even further, you know, not only do they rank pretty well, they rank mid-tier in both of those categories, but they also, when we look at positions, they do a very good job at restricting points and rebs to the forward position, which is what Wnba Prizepicks is. And because of that, we do and are liking the under for this situation here, and we're definitely seeing it being a big plus. When we look at our average over the last 5, it is also 22, which is under this line as well. But on top of that as well, if we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have her favored for the under in this situation here. here. So all signs really do point towards the under. This one's another no-brainer to us, and we are sticking to it. So Wnba 29 points and revs for less, I think, is a great pick. So as you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but PrizePicks is delayed with some of their lines, so here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So first player we're going to be talking about is Alana Smith, who's been averaging 11.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.2 assists. So she has done a fantastic job for the Minnesota Lynx, and the Minnesota Lynx do face off against the Washington Mystics, and Washington Mystics do rank 8th in points allowed, 5th in assists allowed, and when it comes to rebounds allowed, they do rank 7th. Now when it comes to someone like Alana Smith, we definitely like the over for her in a situation when it comes to points and rebounds. We think that assists that Washington Mystics do rank a little bit too high for our liking. When it comes to Alana Smith as well, she does have a higher usage rate in that points and rebounds department, and that's the reason why we do like the over for those two sections, which is points and revs. So because of those reasons, definitely keep an eye out for the over, as we do believe when it comes to Alana Smith, we definitely see her having a high enough usage rate to be able to go over on those lines, and we are also expecting a pretty big game or high usage rate from Alana Smith coming into this game. So because of that, definitely keep an eye out for the over here. When we also look at some of the recent games, another recent game against Washington, she was able to actually go over average, get 12 points, and over her rebounding average, which was 8 rebounds as well. So definitely keep an eye out for the over here, but like I always mentioned, keep an eye out for her line first. If her line is under her averages, definitely look to go on the over, so I think there'll be a lot of great value there. Now getting into the next player, we're going to be talking about Tiffany Hayes from the Las Vegas Aces. And when it comes to Tiffany Hayes, she has been averaging 8.6 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. So she has done a fantastic job for none other than the Las Vegas Aces. And the Las Vegas Aces do face off against New York Liberty. Now, as you all know, when we look at New York Liberty, we actually see they rank 3rd in points allowed. On top of that, they rank 4th in assists allowed. And when it comes to rebounds allowed, they also do rank 4th. So we definitely do like the under for this situation for someone like Tiffany Hayes, as Liberty do rank pretty high in all categories, points, revs, and assists. Now when it comes to that, I definitely would focus a lot more on points, as she does have a higher usage rate in that department, so we think New York Liberty are going to try to restrict her as much as possible in that department because of that. So that's definitely one to keep an outlook for, due to the fact that when it comes to Tiffany Hayes, on top of that, rebounds and assists, she doesn't have a high usage rate there as well, but we still see her going under on her line in those departments. So definitely keep an eye out for this. We are also expecting a pretty slow paced game, nothing really too major, but definitely a little bit slower than usual, and we think that's definitely going to have a huge effect, and we could see someone like Tiffany Hayes still go on the under here. So definitely keep an eye out for that. We definitely see a lot of value to go on the under in this situation, especially for someone like Tiffany Hayes for the Las Vegas Aces. So keep an eye out for her line there. So getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about none other than Rickea Jackson, who's averaging 11.5 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 1.3 assists, which is fantastic to see. And when it comes to Rickea Jackson from Los Angeles Sparks, they do face off against none other than Chicago Sky in this next matchup. Now, when we look at Chicago Sky, we see a very, very interesting, points, revs, and assists against, because when it comes to Los Angeles Sparks, although they are a pretty decent team, and they face off Chicago Sky do rank 6th in points allowed, which is interesting to see, 7th in assists allowed, and 6th in rebounds allowed. So they're very mid-tier in all categories, and because of that, we do actually like the over for someone like Rickea Jackson. Now when it comes to Rickea Jackson, we like the over for the points and rebounds department, as when it comes to assists, she doesn't have that high of a usage rate that we think will definitely have an effect on her coming into this game. When we look at Rickea Jackson even more, we actually see that she is a forward, and Chicago Sky do a very poor job at restricting points, revs, and assists to the forward position. And because of that, we are sticking to the over for this situation for someone like Rickea, especially with the matchup against Chicago Sky. So this one's kind of a no-brainer to us, but like I always mentioned, I would definitely keep an eye out for her line in the points and revs more, focus on those two, and like I always mentioned, if her line is under her averages, definitely look to go in the over, so I think that'll be a lot of great value there. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.